Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Weekend Show and Tell. I'm your host, Chris Wacker, and I'm going to talk about my little minifigures. Some of these, I don't know if you'd call them Chibis or not. I guess technically some of them are Chibis. But I got a bunch of these little mini guys, little boys that I'm going to be talking about. And I'm going to jump right in and get going. Here we got a little, Majin Buu. He's got the neat little poofies, little translucent, steam puffs coming out of his head holes. He's an angry guy. I think it's kind of neat that they got little details, They got some able to put in details, even though it's a super tiny little guy. They were able to get his cape looking kind of cool. Paint, the pink paint on his face is shiny. It's a little shiny. There's a bunch of these, so I'm going to kind of run through them a little quicker than that. I got a Broly. Here is a little Chibi Broly. I guess, like I said, I don't know if you'd consider these Chibi, but they got the big heads and little bodies, so I'm going to go with it for now. This guy's hair it's yellow, but it's like that translucent yellow, which is interesting, because compared to some of the other guys, they don't really, they don't do the translucent thing. But again, like you've heard me say in the previous things, or if you've even seen any of the movies, Broly has a different kind of power. It makes his hair color look a little bit different, a little more green, which this doesn't really, that doesn't make sense for that. But, he's got a different kind of power, so it's a different thing. This is kind of neat. His little arms move. They managed to put in articulation on even this tiny, tiny little guy. No pupils, of course. I think on most of these, their heads turn. Also, so that's kind of funny that they put articulation into these tiny, tiny little figures. I think they used to come in packs of like 6 or something. I really could not tell you exactly where I got these. There is Vegito. I think it's kind of neat. They put in the effort in the hair. I feel like if you took this head off of this body, maybe not the whole head, but maybe just the hair, you could pretty much plop that on top of a regular-sized character, and I feel like it would look right. Like they actually put in the effort to make his hair look like really good, look correct. He actually looks more like Vegito than some of those Vegito figures I showed you guys already. The tiny little body. I don't know if his little arms move at all. Got the Potara earrings. For some reason, they got a hole in the bottom of them. That's kind of weird. I noticed that before. Got a little Super Saiyan Vegeta. Smooth hair in the front. Party in the back. Again, he could take this hair off and put it on a different figure. It'd probably work pretty good. His arm move. Yep, he's a little... Oh, wait. Do they? No. Oh, it does, yeah. His little baby arms move, too. Regular Vegeta. Probably should have done that one first. But, hey, here it is. A little baby Chibi. A baby Chiba. A Goku with, again, pretty cool hair. They put a lot of good effort into the hair. He's in kind of a Kamehameha blast-ish pose. And little wrinkles, little details in the pants and things. We got level 3, Super Saiyan 3 Goku here. His mouth looks stupid. But, I mean, it's got detail and stuff, in the mouth itself. His hair is so big and banana-like. I mean, that's a whole big bunch of bananas, honestly. It's so big that he doesn't stand. Most of these don't stand very well. This guy actually almost does, because the hair in the back almost acts as a stand for him. But it doesn't quite make it. Doesn't make it. Yeah, right, moving on. Got a little Frieza. Mr. Frieza face. I really like what they did with the face. That's actually, really cool and detailed, and it looks like, that's a really good look on his face. They really should have done that with more of the other figures, put more attention to detail in his face, because that's a good snarl. That looks like a good Frieza. His body looks kind of stupid. It's a little, I don't know what you call it, stumpy. A little stubby, a little stumpy. I like the shiny paint that they did with his head. They went very shiny. I don't know what you call that. I can't think of the word for it, but it's it's an interesting idea because of his shiny purple spots on his head and stuff. And a little stubby tail. Move on. This one. This is not in the same group. This was given to me by my friends Marcella and Saturna. And a shout out to those guys. And thank you for sending me this little guy. I really, really like it. I think it's neat. I think it's cool. I think he stands just fine. He stands good. Neat little scouter. And I think that's neat. I think he's a cool little guy. Stand him. This one I actually got at Scott got this one for me at one of our Comic-Cons that we were at. I really like this thing. I'm really mad at myself that I lost the stand. This little, there used to have like a little red stand that it would come on that would actually allow him to stand up properly, but I don't have that, so I just gotta make do. I love the spikiness in the hair. I think they did a good job making it look like he's at, Super Saiyan level 2. Majin Vegeta. I think he looks cool. He looks angry. I like his stance. Looks like he's ready to go. Very cool, very cool. A Diggerino. And then we got the little baby guys over here. Let's talk about these little booby babies. Got a little Trunks. Kind of goofy looking, but they're so tiny, like you can't, it's hard to judge them for being so, for being tiny and still having, any detail, basically. And, yeah, little kid Super Saiyan Trunks in a kind of a weird stance. Another weird stance. This is Spopovich. Majin Spopovich. The M on his head looks wrong. That looks like half a W and half of an M. His face looks really dumb. It's so tiny, I gotta zoom in to see. But there's not really a whole lot to say about these little guys. They're just kind of neat. I just think, I have no idea where I got them, but I like them. There's a Janemba. A Janemba in one of, in his final form. These neat little guys. Little Frieza. Pretty basic little dude, but he's got a tail, which actually allows him to stand up a little bit better than the others. That's kind of neat. This one is Zangia. At least, I don't know if that's correct pronunciation, but one of the female minion of Bojack. She, apparently she has a name, and I believe it is spelled Z-A-N-G-Y-A, Zangia, at least in the English spelling. And Krillin falls in love with her immediately, because he's a sucker. And a Majin Buu, a Super Buu form. Just the regular old Buu form, Super Buu. Got a little Supreme Kai. Being a cheerleader, I guess. Give me a Y. Why? Yeah, I guess, I don't know. Don't make fun of me. These guys are interesting. This one is a Hercule, a Mr. Satan, but he's wearing Goku's clothing, and I couldn't figure it out, and I thought maybe I just hadn't seen the episodes yet, back when I got this. And I believe what they were going for is like a fantasy fusion. There is an episode of, in the fusion episodes of Majin Buu, when Goku's looking for somebody to fuse with, he sees Mr. Satan hiding over near some rocks, and he imagines what it would be like, but the coloring is different. So I wonder if they didn't have that part colored, or the colors figured out yet, and maybe they just took this out of one of the manga pages, and they just assumed that's how he was going to be colored or something. This one is cool, except his face is more like pink. This is Android 19, and as some of you guys will remember, he has white. He has a white skin, and not pink, which they kind of gave him the pink skin on that one. We got Android 16 getting ready to do his rocket punch thing. That's kind of neat. I like that guy. We got a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan getting ready to do a Kamehameha over here. Interesting, kind of goofy looking stance. And a little Baba. The little fortune teller Baba. She will ferry people back and forth from the other side. From the other world, the spirit world. And that's it. Those are my little dudes. And hope you enjoyed. I'm going to tell you what we'll be talking about next weekend, just here in a moment. I'm going to be discussing miscellaneous items. I have a few that don't really fit into specific categories, and they're not really figures, per se. And I'll talk to you about them next time. Peace out, guys.